There we go. How's everybody on a Friday? Woo, I'm so glad it's Friday. Let me tell you, man, it's just been a long, long week. I'm trying to get this camera situated while I am
Mhm,
here with you guys. That's the best I can do for now. Hopefully it'll stay like that. Yeah,
mhm,
from what I hear, the rain has stopped for a little while, and
mhm.
we'll probably, I don't know, be back in a couple of weeks, but it has stopped, so that's a good thing. And I just wanted to say happy feeling, happy Friday to everyone. Um, man, I just, I can't say it enough, but and I try to get on here with the positive tip. And I need to bring this down just a little bit, you guys. I don't like the way this camera is. But I try to stay more on a positive tip about things, and no matter what, find your happy feeling, find your happy place. There is challenges that will come against you, and on the level of relationships, I've been getting a lot of feedback from people who are struggling right now with love in their relationships. You guys, this is the beginning of the year, and you have got to make things work, make it work with who you with. Now, unless it is beyond working, beyond being workable. Hold on one second. Let me just pause that because it make too much noise. Unless it's beyond being worked on, work on it, because we're dealing with a sea of madness out here. And some who are single will vouch for that. The single world now is totally different from what I remember, shoot, a few years ago, let alone 10 years. And it's different. People are different, women are different, men are different. The demands is different. People are, not all people, but some are out for their own personal gain, what they can get from somebody, what they can get from a situation. And it's just it's terrible. So if you're with someone and you can make it work, you can make your whole focus on them work out, then do that. And it takes work, you know um I've been dealing with the post. I have a video up about what if he's too small, and that's a real good one. That and this is off the conversation, but and it kind of is on the conversation, but it's finding that happy feeling, and this is in regards to, even if you're struggling with the situation of a partner who is not satisfying you with the clap. Okay, if they're not satisfying you with the clap, then you guys need to work on what satisfies you. And a lot of times this is with people who have been together for a period of time. It's not always a new um partnership. It's like some people who have been together a long time, and then all of a sudden the spark sizzles, fizzles, and things are just not right. And it could be that you're outgrowing one another in a lot of other ways, or the stress of the home or the relationship is way bigger than you can handle right now, so it's affecting you in a way of your desire and things for one another. And you ever been like when you with somebody and you start having these issues, right? Now you've had these issues from the time you got together, which was some years ago. So you had these issues, but they just seem to be so cute and not so bothersome, during this duration of time until now, because you're getting sick of it. Say, for instance, somebody who smacks when they eat, or who burps and belches and don't say excuse me, or who will break wind just in the middle of whatever. You could be eating your meal and they just and you're like, excuse me, well, I'm sorry, I don't hold it in, I had to go. And I mean, God, you've been hearing me do this for you. But when they used to do it before, it was just such a tickle. You so funny. You so cute. Oh, don't do that no more, darling. That kind of thing. But now it's like, Boy, really? You are so nasty. You are just gross. That is just terrible. You breaking wind like that, and we're sitting up here eating. Where's your home training? And everything just goes out the window, right? So you're in this situation where all of a sudden everything just bothers you. Everything about this person, your happy feeling, your happy place is not there anymore. They haven't did anything extra. They're doing the same thing they've been doing, but it's bothering you now. What is that? What do you call that? Some used to say there was this thing, the 7 year itch. Like if you're with somebody for 7 years or more around that time, you start really getting the itch to do something different because they not working for you no more and all that. And back to the video I did about what if he's too small. I also have one what if he's too large. Check that one out too, but too small. Okay. And the comments is just hilarious because it's like, this one lady was saying how everything about him is wonderful. Everything about dude is like the bomb, but it's just the eeny beanie, and she just don't feel it anymore. Or maybe she did feel it at one time, but she don't feel it. Or maybe she faked that she was feeling it, or I don't know. I don't see how you could feel it and then not feel it. But maybe she wasn't feeling it all along, but now it's starting to really bother her. Um, and my comment was focus on the great things, focus on the good things, the qualities about that person. Focus on what has made you fall in love with that person and be there with them in the first place, instead of focusing in on the tic tac. That's what they said, it was the size of a tic tac. I mean, a tic tac is heck of small, y'all. Come on now. I know it ain't no tic tacs. I wish I had a tic tac right now. I'll show y'all. Tic tac is like little, little bitty thingy. So so now it's a matter of them having to decide if they're going to move on or not, and that's what makes it so sad, because it's like we deal with things for a while in the beginning of our time with this person, and sometimes it's some years, and then all of a sudden there is an issue and you want to leave. Or sometimes people go out and cheat, and they get a taste of something new that seems to be something new and refreshing and different, and then they'll want to leave their situation because of that. And I need to tell you guys, all that glitters is not gold, and sometimes you get a bunch of weeds when you leave what you got. Okay, it may look good, smell good, taste good, and develop some goods when you dipping and dabbing, but once you get out there and you free. Cause see, usually when they dipping and dabbing and you're caught up, usually now there is a situation. I mean, sometimes it does happen. It works, it lasts, or whatever, but it's very, very few times that happens. Usually when they're tipping and tapping with you while you with somebody, once you become free, they don't want you like that. They don't want you like that because they don't respect you in that way to make you theirs. And then if you do end up becoming theirs, they're not going to trust you. Trust me when I tell you this. So you're going to have something thrown up in your face in regards to, yeah, you probably doing me like you did that last one. I know you got somebody on the side. You had me on the side. I was up here being dangled like a piece of sushi. And you had me dangling, and then you end up leaving, partner, and now you're with me. So you may leave me and now I'm be with him. And so it ends up coming back. The respect and the commitment is just totally different when you've met somebody, you're still with somebody, and you want to play in their backyard while you with somebody. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's always good to focus on finding your happy place, to find out more about yourself, what your needs, wants, and desires are, and close that door before you open another. You know, there is situations that occur where You walk out that door and boom, bam, there's somebody, boom, bam. But you ain't got to rush it. You don't have to rush it because there's somebody else there or somebody who's been trying to get at you while you've been with this person and now you free and they want to tie you up again. You haven't even had a chance to woosah, come up for air, evaluate, assess, see why it did go to the left. What was your part in that? Because it's two people. It's two people. So unless that person has done something really, really outrageous, how can you blame 100% the relationship failing on one person when you domino effect and reacted to things that they did and then you both end up being guilty of the crash, right? So, back to if your happy place has been jaded because you're dealing with somebody that's too small or you're dealing with someone who, some men say there's women who are gigantic, like big canyons, like to no end, like Mack trucks been through it. So there's men who have stories too, women. It ain't just all y'all talking about the tic tacs and all that. And we got to be mindful that everyone has sensitivities. Some will, tuck theirs down and keep them suppressed a little more than others. But we all have sensitivities. So sometimes we're not using tact when we are telling people that, I'm not satisfied by you because of your size. You may get mad at them and say it in a way to hurt their feelings when you're in an argument. That's not the time to say that. You may want to say something at times when you just got through and for some reason it just didn't work out. They you just didn't it did not it just would it deflated, okay, and stayed flat. You hear me? So then you want to roll over and light your cigarette, which y'all shouldn't be smoking anyway, or light your joint, whatever you light after, because everybody got something they do. They pick up, they drink, they light something or whatever. So you want to get on and light your stuff, take a couple of puffs, and then say, I love you, right? Yeah, babe, I know you love me. Well, I do, but I just want to tell you, you don't do it for me no more. You like a tic tac, and I just don't get nothing out of it anymore. It's a tic tac. Really? You don't do that, ladies. You don't want to deflate his whole what you want to call it, his self-esteem and everything. You don't want to do that. That's not the time to do that. And if you are with somebody, you get together for the first time and maybe the second, and you determine that, okay, this is not going to work for me. I don't feel it. I don't feel it. I don't feel it. So if you said I don't feel it, I don't feel it, I don't feel it 3 times, then you need to click your heels like Cinderella did, or Bewitch, or whoever it was, twinkle your nose and be gone. You just let them know this ain't working out. But what people do sometimes is they string on and they stay along and they reap other benefits and they so nice though. Oh, they do so much for me. Oh, I just love them. And you just hang on in there. And what you're doing is taking advantage of a good situation because you already determined that it ain't working for you. So you'll go ahead on and do it as a favor, kind of, sort of. They've done a lot of things for you, so I might as well go on and give them some. And the whole time you thinking, oh my God, I'm not getting anything out of this. And it just becomes more of a chore. And people can feel that. People can feel when you're passionate, when you're really passionate about them, and the passion is deep, and they can feel when you rather be I don't know, sipping on some coffee, watching a good Netflix movie or something like that. They can feel your energy. Because if you have less energy about the situation, you're going to have less energy about the clapping. It's just, it's not going to be right, right? So if you determine early on, and men too, if you determine that she is just, I mean, I know you're happy to be in the canyon, you're happy to be getting a piece of the canyon, but you not really feeling nothing. There's no walls gripping nothing. It's just you're going swish, 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 swish into a canyon that has no elasticity, and it does not hold you in a way of gripping, because the grip is, and you guys excuse me, today is grown folk talk, it's Friday, and I'm just bringing it real, okay? Ain't no sugarcoating it. But the grip is so loose that the walls are not grabbing hold of, because men like to feel that grab too, and then it loosens a little, but they like to feel that. So if he's not feeling anything and going into the canyon, I mean, he's not feeling anything. So what is that doing for him? Maybe psychologically, he's gonna get himself mentally aroused and knowing that I am now doing this. I ain't did it in a while, I'm doing this. And he start maybe thinking about somebody else or whatever. Because sometimes people do that. They'll start thinking about somebody else while they with you. And that'll help them do some things, boo-boo. That's a shame, though. Another topic though. But so he's all in there, swish, 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 swish. So he's dealing with that. He's not feeling it. And it can become an issue. So, with that being said, he knows early on too. So why continue with it? Because it ain't gonna shrink back up. Just because y'all decide to make it exclusive and be in a relationship, is it gonna shrink back up? No. It is loose. It's loose. It's gonna be loose. It's gonna stay loose. Just like if it's a TikTok, it's gonna stay a TikTok. I mean TikTok, TikTok. God dog. Woo! It's gonna stay. It ain't gonna get better, y'all. So you need to be mindful of that, regardless of all the other things. Because if you know that, because some people are scared to let it go because they say somebody else gonna get that good man, somebody else gonna get that good woman. But you are very, very just not satisfied in that way. Now, me personally, if you got your little do's and don'ts, and you write all the great things about this person and just a couple of the things that just ain't right, the do's is gonna outweigh the don'ts. Cause why give up a good man or a good woman because they got loose, or they loosey goosey, or they tic tacs? Why give them up? You can work on that, you guys. They got stuff. You go into the stores, they got stuff. They got strap-ons, They got stuff to kind of help with the blood flow, the little rings you put. They got all kinds of stuff. I just know because somebody told me. They tell me about these things. But anyway, they got all these things to help both of you try to enhance the situation. And if the character of the person is there and they're beautiful inside, I mean, really? Because out here in the single world, trying to find something that's going, first off, you're not going to find a perfect person. You're just not. Nobody's perfect. So even though they may be perfect for you in regards to certain things you're looking for, they will lack one or two things. It's up to you to determine if you can swallow that, deal with that, and not just do it because everything else is in order, but you are really, really turned off about this other thing. And then you guys are not trying to work together to make it right. Don't be in an argument trying to talk about somebody's size. Don't be in an argument trying to say she's too deep. How many have you had? How many in have you had? Okay, you don't do that. Determine for yourself, what are you really looking for, because you can go out and get somebody that'll throw down, throw down, throw down in the bedroom, and all these other things are missing. They're not being considerate of your feelings. They're emotionally disconnected. They don't do things with you. They don't do things for you. They come and they lay it down. That's what they do. They lay it down, and then you see them next time for the next lay down. That's what they do. And that's all you're going to have. Nothing else, nothing else, period, dot. Now, you have to assess, grown folks, what it is you are looking for at this point in your life. For most of us, when we were in our 20s, we wasn't looking for nothing but fun. Just getting it in. If I like you, you like me, boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, bam, boom. That's how it was in your 20s, most of us. And then in your 30s, it was about woo, having that good time too. You may have been a little bit more selective, but for the most part, you still was getting it on, right? 40s, you start realizing some things. 50s, you really realizing, really. And 60s, I don't know, some of them sitting up there talking about they don't have no sex drive no more. I don't know what's wrong with them, but anyway, they do. They say that. I'm too old. I don't want to. I know somebody 80 years old still getting it on, and they love it. So it just depends on the mindset and the person. So I hope I'm 80 years old and still okay. Sorry, y'all. But anyway, so you have got to find your happy place. Where is your happy place? Find your happy place with who you with, or find it by yourself. But you got to find that happy place and stop using the physical to determine the mental and the spiritual connection of a person and their character. The physical is just an asset. It's just a little piece of the puzzle that adds. It's an addition. That's what the physical is. Okay? Because things can happen where you can't do the physical anymore. You know, some people get paralyzed. They get paralyzed from the waist down. And I believe when you paralyzed from the waist down, you can't feel nothing. Nothing down there from the waist down. That's men and women. So you have to become creative in how you're going to deal with your partner when they don't have no feeling down there. And, try to work it out, which I'm pretty sure it can be worked out. Never had to deal with that, but just life, just trying to look deeper into the situation, I'm quite sure it's things that can be done to work it out. So, therefore, we have got to focus on our happy places. We have got to focus on what's more important to us. What's important to you when it comes to getting with somebody? Can you swallow and phantom the thought of uh that person is too small, that person is too big, or that person is too loosey goosey in the area of the clap? Because you know what you need and want. See, some people, um, the clap is so important in their relationships and bond with somebody that they just cannot compromise in that area. They're not, because they know that they need to have that. That is, I'm not going to say it's an addiction, but it's a strong quality of need that they need in their relationships. And a lot of them don't even go forward in a serious lifelong relationship with anybody unless that's on point. If you got somebody that's too stiff about it, because some people are just too stiff. Oh no, I don't like to do that much. I no, just sometime. I. And he's looking at her like, okay, girl, bye. Because I am highly sexual and I have got, So in the same thing, the dude may be talking, oh no, it ain't my mind not even on that. Girl, I'm trying to make money. Once a month is good for me. And she's sitting up there like, once a month, I'll be a walking volcano. I'm with somebody laying up against them and they talking about once a month. Believe me, there's people who go once a month or once every other month without clapping. And I know for doggone sure they don't have no happy place. Because I did a video also, when you guys get a chance, check it out, called Sexually Frustrated. You can be frustrated as heck. Some people, if they got to go 2 weeks, let alone a month. It's no way that you should be laying up against somebody or in a relationship with somebody and they coming over in and out, and you have got to wait that long to get your physical satisfaction and feel good. And especially if you're married and with that person forever. which y'all shouldn't even be clapping until you get married. How many of y'all can do that? Can you wait? Can you wait? Can you wait till you get married? Now that don't mean get married just so you can do it. Some people will use that out. They ready to, married and burn, and they'll be then jumped on in the frying pan, and shit, everything else is all messed up in that relationship, but the physical. So you don't need to jump with it, but it's nothing wrong with waiting if that's morally, if that's what you want to do. It's a good thing. It's a real good thing. But for those who can't wait, cannot wait, do not make the physical the main decision breaker, or the main a la mode of your relationship, and end up leaving a person because all of a sudden you want to feel something. Girl, bye. You should have felt. If you didn't feel it the first time or two, it wasn't gonna grow. Girl, should have left him alone. And boy, if you got sucked up in the sea with her, time one, time two, you gonna keep getting sucked and lost in the sea, because it ain't gonna shrink up. You may just even make it bigger if you kind of big. Come on now. Come on now. It's Friday, y'all. It's good. Come on. Y'all hear me, grown folks? You hear me? Leave a response in the comments. Let me hear how you feel. I'm trying to find my happy place today, my happy space. I've been all over it with my talk with this video, but this is what I do. I missed yesterday, so I wanted to make up for things today, touch bases with you guys. Lord knows I've been struggling with a few things, but it's getting better. I gotta go now and pick up my prescription. They trying to figure out how to make me mellow, make me right, so I can feel better and go on with doing what I have to do. So on that note, this is Happy Friday. Continue to find your happy place. What I'd like for you guys to do, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Tell a friend. Support what I do. You are appreciated. These videos inspire me. These talks inspire me. You guys inspire me with your feedback, with your comments. Thank you all, and for sharing on the last video. What if he's too small? I appreciate that because people share their personal experiences, something that's going on with them right now, and they come out and they share that, and I really really appreciate that, because it takes a big person to do that. No one wants to sit up and share going through something like that. So when you do, thank you so much. Trust me, it is helping someone, and it moves me forward with some more grown folk talk and discussion. You hear me? All right, y'all. Happy Friday. This is your hostess with the mostest, Donna Smith. Thank you for joining in. I am going to see you guys back here tomorrow. Don't forget I think this week, I think I'm doing it Monday, but I'll let you guys know tomorrow. Sunday or Monday is the Table Talk Grown Folk. We do by Zoom and live on YouTube at 7:30. So it'll be Sunday or Monday this week. I'll let you know. And I want to thank you for being a part of what I do. Hit that bell and you'll be notified every single time I got something to talk about. You hear me? All right, y'all. I got to go. I got to go. Talk to you later. Bye.